What's going on, brothers? How y'all guys doing right now? This is the Black Men's Congregation. We're here today. This is the M.O.T session. We're going to be sitting in, listening to the gospel given to by an honorable brother from the Manosphere, Brother M.O.T, as he tells us brothers how we can be successful in everyday life. This is not a hard journey, but this is a journey that we, as men, need to walk in our own truth. Brother M.O.T, I'll leave it on to you, brother.
All right, good morning. Uh, just had an election, and there were several people bragging about how proud they were that they didn't want to participate in the actual election, which is fine. You know, it's not like Australia where you're forced to vote. However, if there is any segment of people in this country who should never skip voting, it is Black men. We're targeted the most by most government agencies, especially when it comes to law enforcement in this country. And there is no real reason why you shouldn't be participating. Not only in this, but in life, period. You have to snap out of thinking that for some reason your non participation in something is actually going to give you benefits from participating in that actual thing. You know how this works. Could you imagine that you wanted to be in the NFL, but you didn't play high school football, didn't play college football, you didn't participate in none of the steps that it took to get to your end goal? That's exactly how it sounds when you say that you don't have anything to lose. You have everything to lose. And these people are so comfortable doing these things to you in society because they know you're not participating. It's very easy and it's very clear. I mean, if you don't want to go stand that long line voting, then you can vote by absentee. The vote can come to you. There's truly no reason to not participate in society in voting. Like these small things like having an ID, it's embarrassing for people to not be able to vote based on that. You have to be able to participate. Your voice matters. Notice I didn't say what party you should vote. I say you should participate because your participation means that the people who actually abuse you down the road, they know that, oh, we can't really do that. The brothers come out and they vote. And it's only one time every 2 years. There's really no excuse for not simply voting. I mean, how are you going to hold the police commissioner to any type of account if you didn't vote for the sheriff or for the mayor who actually elects the actual police chief for your city? You have to understand that these things have a hierarchy to it, but they were able to get away with all of this over time because of non participation by you, the person who is affected the most. So, what you need to do right now, whenever you move, you need to go to the Secretary of State, have a voting event, every single one of them. Call them up, give them your new address. You have to sign an affidavit saying that this is actually where you stay. And these are the simple things that you can do to be able to participate in the process. Because your non participation in the process over a long period of time is exactly why we're having those issues and reasons in Florida and Georgia. Because they thought they could just get away with what they thought that they were doing down there. So this is why you always participate. It is your only chance to hold them responsible for the things that they are doing. You getting held through that family court? Guess what? You get to elect some of these judges. If you look at the ballot, most of these judges ran unopposed, and most of them are horrible people in some cases. That is your voice to be able to hold them responsible or accountable. Because in most times, those people who are running, they do exactly what the people tell them to. So that way they can keep their seat. So let's say that you and 20 of your friends who's been affected by XYZ thing, yeah, you get to go up to the actual judge and lobby him during this campaign. These things are affecting us, our group of people. And most times people don't even go to judges. They don't even ask judges anything. They just let them run and they just be hired. In some cases around the country, you don't even need to have a legal background to even be a judge. You see how your non-participation allows for horrific people to get in office who primary point is to screw you over. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do something different. You have a lot at stake, you always do. And that's not the only election. You have local elections. You have local things that are on the ballot that do affect you. In Florida, 1.4 million people who had felonies in the past just got the right to vote. This past election, there was a ballot measure. Trust me, if they're trying to find ways to take away something that's their check on their power, you had better be paying attention because they're paying attention to you. They already see you ain't paying attention and you ain't keeping involved. I mean, you know all these rap lyrics and all this stuff that don't matter, but when it comes down time to something that do matter, you can go to these websites, you can see what these political campaigns are about, the stuff they promise to do. There's really no excuse of not even participating. It's just horrific. I mean, because we know what most women get out of it, right? But when is the black man is going to rise on the left and the right? Come up with our own lobbying agency. Let's talk about the things that are near and dear to us. It's truly not that hard, but you have to invest in yourself and you have to participate in society. And it just doesn't come down from voting. It comes down to opening every piece of mail that you see. That could be stuff that could be affecting your credit that just sneaks up on you. Again, not participating in society. These things are not hard. They are not difficult. These things are just need to be a new part of you. Remember, one time every 2 years, it's not hard to walk up to the polling place before you go to the Secretary of State. Make sure that your voting's right, so that way you're not handing a provisional ballot. They're counted some places, they're counted not counted other places, as you can see in other states, how that stuff's going down. But you could dodge all of it by making sure that your address is right on file. And when you see something from the Secretary of State being sent to your place, you make sure that you open it, you call them up, and you see what's going on. Because these Secretary of States, especially in southern states, they are trained to look at people with black names and strip you from the voter roll. If they strip you from the voter rolls, then you go down there to vote because you didn't keep up with your information on file, because you have a certain amount of time to respond to those letters. Now they can just give you a provisional ballot, and you don't even know when that's going to count. But I'm just saying, I want you to participate the proper way. That's all I got. Joe, you there?
I'm right here, brother. I'm just doing all the sound, just making sure everything goes good. I like being the sound tech. Man, it's a lot more enjoyable. We need to have you to speak more. So, other than that, guys, I hope y'all took a message. This has been the M.O.T. Black Men's Congregation session. We do intend to have the Godfather of the Manosphere speak more truth and actually deliver more messages on Sunday. I'm looking forward to try to make this more of a setup for me and M.O.T. where I let him push and lead the message, and I just handle the stuff in the background. That's what I'm pretty much pushing towards for him to do. Also, make sure you check out the podcast. There's two podcasts that we both have going on. We have the Man of Tomorrow podcast, correct? And
Yes.
also we have the Negro Shade Radio podcast. So those are two podcast stations. They can be found on Anchor. Mind you, on Anchor, nobody owns us. We are licensed to our own selves. So you can get MOT's version of some amazing, incredible knowledge and information that a lot of you brothers can use. If you want some straight dark political topics and facts on life, relationships, and goals and business ethics, you can come on over to the Negro Shade Radio. So we want to give y'all the best content. Us two have been very busy. Also, you can catch us on other platforms doing our work. So we thank you guys for everything, and y'all have a good day. Peace.